That's it. We are live. It is Monday again. Monday, the 5th of March. I can't believe it. The 5th of March already, 2018. On the panel so far, we have Astral, who lives in Denmark. We've got Jay from America. We've got Patricia from the UK. And we've got Lesia from America. So hello, everybody.
Hello, and hi, chat room. Much love.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, everyone.
So I was just saying to you before we went live that it was really funny the other day when you were all trying to wake up Pancho Pete.
Yes. You were there, right?
An alarm clock. Those old-fashioned alarm clocks. Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding, all these things you were saying. How long did it take you?
Oh gosh. That I want to think it took about 10 minutes. Because I think what happened was everybody was trying to make noise at one time, and I think that in his sleeping conscious, I think that it all just kind of like melded in together. You know how it is. So, but I mean, seriously, Felix had like an old time Big Ben alarm clock, and she was like, ding, 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 and then let's see, I was singing Pancho Pancho Pete, Jibby wants to smell your feet. I'm serious though. Like, we told him that there was a pretty girl at the door wearing a negligee. It took Candy Franklin. Candy Franklin actually, she came in with her loud voice or whatever, and he heard her. So, yeah.
Then didn't I hear that
it was his birthday
morning. He didn't need to wake up though, did he? I thought you were waking him up to go to work, and he didn't need to wake up or something.
Exactly.
Is that right?
Exactly. Yes, he did. It was a snow day. He didn't. His son had school, but they didn't have school because they got snowed. It was a snow day, so we didn't know that. So
he spent all that time waking him up.
Yes. Then he went back to sleep. But it was fun. Yeah, it was very fun. That was his 500th show, and the tail end of his 500th show. I was delirious. I had been there for 29 hours. Yeah. So.
What, on Pancho Pete?
Yes, for the 500th show. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right.
I didn't talk the whole entire time, but and I didn't mean to do that either. I actually was trying to I said in honor of your 500th show, I'm going to try to fall asleep while on a live panel like everyone else does, because he told me that you haven't lived until you've fallen asleep on the panel. Well, I said, okay, I'm going to do that. Well, I was I think in the background I was concerned, not about snoring or anything, but I talk in my sleep. So I think I got stage fright, and then I just couldn't never fall asleep. So then I got delirious and all. I just put myself to bed after that. So
well, it was
a fun
funny.
Night. Yeah, it was.
It was funny.
Yeah. Hope he's not mad at me.
No.
He's not mad at me.
Astral's there. He's got his icon at the moment, but Astral's got something behind his icon, haven't you, Astral?
Yeah, what could that be, I wonder?
Oh. I mean, there's all suspense now.
Right. We spoke about doing a little bit of art class this afternoon, this evening, this morning, wherever you are. So if anyone's interested, get a straight edge and a pencil, and you will need a compass. So if you've got those things, that'll be great. I won't tell you what it is because I don't want to scare you, but it's quite simple. I'll begin, but I'll go very, very slowly so that you can follow along. This is
let everybody get a chance to get their stuff if someone wants to really draw it.
I will, but I'm just gonna.
Okay.
I can wait. This is set to.
Go and get a piece of paper.
This is set to 8 centimeters. Okay. So, if anyone wants to follow along, they can do, or they can watch it later. I need to go to bed later. Right. So we draw a circle. Ooh, it's big, that. 8 centimeters. The next thing we need to do, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, it's not very bright, Astral, the
No,
circle.
well, I'm sorry about that. I'm doing my best impromptu. So we draw a circle with a line through the middle. And then using this line, have I got enough room here now? We make a mark there, a mark there. And on the opposite side, we do the same. Yes. Then we want a diagonal line through these. You can see. So now we're split into 6 pieces of pie. Anyone want a slice? All right.
Yeah, we all want a piece of the pie.
So now we need to make a smaller circle. So the first circle was 8. The next one has to be 4. So we set our compass to 4. Yeah. If you're not very accurate, you'll find out at a later date how accurate you've been. Obviously, I'm not going to be that accurate. I can't see. It's late. My knees are bent. My eyes are wrong. So, got another circle within the circle now. Then we need to have, trying to think. This was the 4 centimeter. Now we want one at 2 centimeters. I do believe. And the one that's at 2 centimeters, start in the middle. These are the circles that are irrelevant later on. Right now, they're just used as a guide. You can see I'm not that accurate. I've gone a little bit over that. And accuracy is very important. It's also a little bit over. And the thickness of the lead also plays a little part. Some nice little circles. Basically, what we have is a middle circle with 6 around it. And this forms the basis, actually, to many geometric shapes. So, now we have, using our ruler, we have to join our lines together. So I'm going to take the external edge of the circle here to here to here, and so on. I'll show you if you can't see. I will move the camera in a minute. So I'm just going to go quick. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Can you see all right?
Yeah, it's slightly on the left. If you could just put the camera.
Yeah. But I can, push it over a bit or something. I just want to draw it, and I will move the paper. It's symmetrical. Okay. It's symmetrical, so you can't really go wrong. From each edge of the circle, where the line dissects, is the point we need to hit with our pencil line. And
You're not actually drawing this flat either, are you, Astral?
Yeah, it is flat, yeah.
No, I meant on the table.
No, I'm not on the table. It's on the cooker. It's got a good light underneath the cooker hood, so I'm improvising.
Oh, right, you put the camera on the top then.
Not quite, no, but we want these outside points here as well. I've omitted from our first circle, which was 8 centimeters. Oops. Yes. So far so good. I hope. Can't get that way. Yeah. That's a bit better. Right. Then we're going to take the external circles, the 6 circles around the edge. We take the middle point of those and hit the middle point of the posing. And then up to the 12 o'clock one. Down to from 12 to 7 o'clock one. And then on the opposite edge here. To the top. Any questions?
Well, I'm watching you draw. Star? Looks like a star as well.
Yeah, we're getting there.
I think it's beautiful. I dance in a ballet, and you just actually, I think you revealed something about the ballet. I'm going to show it later, but this is really cool. I'll show it later. I have a photo.
Well, that's good then, Jay.
So now we're going to take from these sections here and line them across. So we're forming again a hexagon. I know there's a lot of lines, but it is relatively simple and straightforward. Just make sure you're on the right spot. I'm shaking now. Yes. Then we need to take from this point down to this point. Form our line. And the opposite. And we do each one. hitting a third. And you can't really go wrong, because no matter where you're going to draw a line to, it will be to that point anyway. So, where am I now? Oh shit, I'm going wrong. No, up here. That's that one, and that's that one, and that's that one. So we need one here. Oh, I'm pressing my lead down too hard. Stop it. Ah, dickhead. Forgive my crude tongue. I'm missing something I can see here. I can see a line going up there, and that should have one coming here. If you look around, you see sometimes that there's a line that isn't terminated. Or, sorry, rather, that is terminated, and it's not following anything else. It shouldn't be like that. Everything should just swirl around. And if you see a line that's stood still, you're missing a line, at least, anyway. I think that's it, actually. Something like that. Yeah? Or am I missing? No, maybe these are edges as well, yeah.
Hey, what's Jay been doing?
Oh, I freestyled. This is brilliant, but this is what I came up with so far. I'm just kind of giving it. Ooh. I have no thingy. It's awesome.
Anybody in the chat room doing any drawing?
Oh, I was supposed to. I drew this. Is that right?
1 second.
Okay. Astral.
Well, just see what you've done, Lisa. What have you done?
Excuse me?
That's different.
Yeah, it's going to be a lady's hat. I didn't have the tool, so yeah. I drew that before too. It's supposed to be a ladybug, and it looks like a cockroach. So I call it Lady Cockroach.
No, that's a perfect ladybug. It's
Is
perfect.
it?
Yeah.
Well, okay, wait, hold on. That was my first one. Wait, where did I go? That was my first one.
Yeah,
It looked like a lady cockroach. I even named it, and then I came back and I made that one. Yeah, I'm interested in drawing. Let me
Can I just?
off. Yes.
But can I just say
please.
something, right?
Finished.
Right, and now we know we've got this. It's called. Is it called Metatron's cube? It's called. Put my teeth back in. Metatron's cube, yeah. And
Put your teeth.
If you look, you can see it has a cube within it. You can see this. Like here's the corner, and then here, obviously, is the front. This then will be the top left edge, and here will be the top right edge. Can you all see that? And then here's the bottom. Here's the bottom. And then left side, right side, right back, and shit, and the left. Yeah. So you've got a 3D cube. Can you see it?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
But you know, there's so many other shapes within. Yeah. Triangle, obviously. It's the top of the pyramid, which goes down to, you know, the 3 points, and then one opposing from the opposite side. Tetrahedron, I think they're called. I'm not really good at those names. But yeah, how was that then? Quick drawing.
Right.
Bravo.
Very
Yay.
nice. I don't have the I didn't have a compass, so that's
Next
really
time.
cool. Yes.
So I want to show Astral what I drew because I'm a special student. So a special student is kind of the teacher. So be gentle.
Hang on.
Oh, it's hard to see.
You see it?
Oh wait.
Right.
Oh, I got a bad connection.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see
Oh.
it by hand.
So what do
Nice.
you think of my work, Astral?
Pretty good.
Not
Pretty
bad.
good.
Kung Fu is here.
Morning.
Hey, Kung Fu.
Hello.
All right, Lev.
How we doing?
Good.
Lev?
Nice to see you there.
Oh, that was weird. I got a call. I don't know what just happened. Could you hear it?
Yeah,
No.
that was very
Okay.
rude of you.
No, I didn't know if you. Well, it started ringing in my headphones. There's probably something I could do to make that not happen, but it scared me. Okay, sorry.
No, I didn't hear it. I was only joking.
Okay, good.
Astral's being an awesome.
Well, I was just trying to say hello to China Mrs. Jones, and I was going to type it. I met her recently in another chat, and she seemed very lovely. So I just wanted to tell her hello. Hello, China Mrs. Jones. Okay. So
I can sit and have my cup of tea now and my saft and my.
You want to show Lev what you drew,
spread.
Astral?
Yeah, I will. Just 1 second.
did you see what I drew, Astral? I'll try that next time.
You know what was cool about what he drew? In the cube, I saw the letter Y. And that Y, it's very apparent. It's interesting. I never saw that Y symbol because the Y is a symbol of Yesod in the Sephoda. The Kabbalah has the same spheres. Or Yod for man in Hebrew, the Y. The Y actually relates to the word Jesus. Yes, Jesus. Yay, the yo. That was cool to see that, like right there, like the symbol of everything in the cube. The slingshot symbol. It's pretty cool.
So what did you call that, Astral? Is he on a break?
No, he's there. He's just muted himself.
Hello?
Astral.
Hello. Hola,
getting
¿qué
warmed
tal?
up.
It's called Metatron's Cube. Metatron.
Metatron's cube.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you see it, Lev?
All right, yeah.
So there's
This
a
is what you
cube
get
in the
for
middle.
Yeah, that's me highlighted it. I did another one here as well.
Hang on, Astral. Astral, put it back because I didn't get your picture there in time for the.
Let's see. Oh,
Great, thank you.
Yeah, that's really good.
nice.
Astral's just shown you. It's what, 10, 15 minutes to draw it.
Yeah, it's not that bad, is it?
Obviously, Lev's come on to say some stuff as well, but what Jay had something to say about the connection that you saw.
Yes, ma'am. So I did a ballet in Switzerland. It's a company called Bejart, Bejart. And this is a ballet called La Mat, what is it called? In French, it translates to the master with no hammer. Le marteau sans le matre. Okay, so it's the master without a hammer. If you see the spheres in the back, those are the circles of that Metatron or Megatron in Transformers. Pretty cool. But there's another picture I wanted to show a bit, pardon me, more detail. So I'll show this to Astral as well. So we can see the geometry in the back. Like this is in a ballet. They use all these spheres. Now, what I think this ballet is also showing in geometry is
There's a Kabbalah there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, totally, dude. Yep.
Or if it was higher up.
Yeah, I couldn't find one with like all the circles, but what they do is the whole set, it goes all the way up, and then also the dancers are symbols of the geometry on the floor. Like we do poses in certain, structures and shapes and all that stuff. So yeah, I thought it was cool to see how the Metatron relates to, well, dance, of course, because I mean, geometry is in everything.
Yeah, everything is in everything.
Everything is relative, it seems,
Yeah, one way or another.
Sorry, Karen, go ahead.
I was just saying everything is, it's relevant one way or another. It's not in the way you thought.
Yep.
Oh, we've lost Lev now. I was just going to speak to Lev. Come back, Lev.
I would love to learn how to draw. Seriously, I got a sketch pad, and I even around Christmas time, whenever they put out a lot of good coupons for people to go shopping, like after what's they call it, the Black Thursday. I went to the what do they call it over here? It's an arts and crafts. Keeps calling me. I don't know. I think they call it Hobby Lobby, and I was able to get like some really, really good pencil colors, like artist type pencil colors. A friend told me what to get. She told me to get a gum eraser and a good pencil and a nice sketch pad. And seriously, I started drawing, and then and then not long after that, that was like I was really getting into flat Earth, and I've just not been drawing since. But I think drawing is really, really good for you.
Yeah.
And creating, yes.
It's an expression, isn't it?
Yes, yes. But for people like myself who are like, in other words, I like to draw, and more than anything, I really like to appreciate art, and therefore, I'm used to seeing everybody else's art that looks really good, and then I'm trying to be too perfect with it, and that's what my friend said. She said, "Don't do that." She said, "Draw, just keep drawing, and then erase at the end, and then see what you come up with, then fill it in with your pencil colors." Is that what you would do, Astral? I mean.
I don't colour them in, no, but I mean, of course, you could just make your own mandalas out of them, couldn't you? Yeah. People have actually said, colour them in, colour this in, I've
like real art, though. I'm talking about like not symbols, like art. Like if I wanted to do like art to put on my wall.
Yeah, I've done art for putting on walls and things. I used to make stained glass windows. And I've done like random, in my head art where I just made creation right in front of me, and then I didn't think about it. I just made it, I've done a few of them.
Did I hear you say that you were a glazer?
Yeah.
Do you know I owned a glass company for 20-something years?
Okay. No, I didn't.
I did.
But
I did.
Congratulations on that, or whatever it is. Yeah. Commiserations, however you felt. Sorry.
Commiserations. Oh no, it was a really good business. We did a lot of automotive glass, but we also did regular glass and mirrors, and kind of like what you were saying. Like my ex-husband at the time, like he really liked to get the mirrors and for bathrooms and what's the word? Pimp it out, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word, but. But I can tell you right now, for someone to be a glazer, like a skilled glazer, that is a very, very, it's a very in-demand profession here in the United States.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. You could make major bucks.
Seriously. Whoa.
I'm serious.
Astral.
It's kind of a dying trade, and glazing means anything to do with like, flat glass.
I don't
Right.
like working.
Oh, okay. Well, then you don't have to. Okay.
No. Actually, I do like glass, I must admit, because apart from the dangers of it, obviously,
Yes.
I got told one day, right? This was back in England, in Manchester, and I got told, hey, show this new guy around. So yeah, of course, I'm going to show him around. The first thing I said to him, be very careful because there's glass everywhere. And I flipping cut myself. I'm telling him, be careful, there's glass everywhere. And I ended up cutting my arm. So yeah, apart from that, I loved glass. It was just, it's just easy to work with. So easy to work with when you know it, like,
Right.
cutting
Yeah.
it.
You have to be good with your measurements.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Mm-hmm. Yep. Cool.
I'm gonna make a little glass pyramid, probably tomorrow. Because well, when I threaten things, I have to do it then. So I'm gonna make one tomorrow. A little pyramid.
We used to make these mirrors, like handheld mirrors, and I have one still. I have to show it to you, but we had a set pattern, and it's basically, it's for a woman to put in her bathroom near her vanity, and they're really cool because I don't know, it looks good in your bathroom. I'd have to show you the pattern, but they're nice to like give out to friends for birthdays and just special occasions. And if you know how to cut glass or mirror, it's not really that expensive. You do have to sand the edges and put the oil on it. Mm-hmm.
We call it harassing.
Harassing?
Yeah, taking the edges off the glass. Harassing.
Harassing. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, people don't realize even sometimes, even like to make something beveled or to make something like a really nice half
panel
I don't know what
door
you call
or something.
Yes.
I know what you mean. Yeah, beveled glass on a door or top light window or something. Yeah.
Yes.
They take
a lot
time.
of people don't. Yeah, a lot of people don't even think about what goes into even, what goes on behind the scenes in the glass industry.
Exactly.
It's
funny you should say that. Yeah, they do take time. Them just to do one of those doors could take you maybe 4 hours. Door panel. Stick the glass on the door first to shape the pattern. Let's say it was some sort of flower design they usually have, like a rose or something. So you've got borders. You need to glue it, fix it, clean off the glue, off the glue. So it's absolutely spotless. And then the next step, put in lead, or if you're going to color it on the back, color it first, cut it all out, put your lead through the wash, and it takes time. It does. It really does.
Yeah, that's why stained glass is not too cheap, because it's usually, unless, not a what am I trying to say? Not a commercialized, and no, what am I trying to say? A free pattern, that you've made yourself, I know it's not too relevant to the flat earth, but it kind of is.
Yeah, glass is flat when you lay it down.
Yeah, and that's what they call it. They call it like a pane of glass, and they come in panels, which is very similar. Yeah.
I just wanted to say something very quickly from the chat room. Wait the Sheeple says he thinks that Lisa's a very beautiful woman. There you go. Nice compliment for you there, Lisa.
Yes.
Aww.
It's there.
Well, that's very sweet. Thank you. I love you. Very nice. Thank you. Okay.
Jay, did you want to say something? We're waiting for Lev to talk.
I was going to say God can't draw on a spinning ball. So what Astral just did, right? The constellations have to be doing that. The points of the stars, there's something about the relationship with the disk of the Earth in which the geometry that he just drew is maintaining the shape of the cube, that, you know, it's funny, the cube that he has in there, this is why I was always confused about the Earth being the cube and how does it round out it all? What's rounding it out are the angles, the multiple different pyramids and circles constantly round out this expansion or an illusion of the Earth. But I actually have to run soon. Can I share one quick thing in etymology about draw before I go? I should say yes. All right.
Sure.
Do we have to say yeah? Can we not say no? Are we not in a democracy or what?
You're right. Just want to make sure.
No,
All
we're
right.
not.
So the word draw, it actually relates to, of course, dragon, like dragon, or if you draw a breath. And then you guys had me thinking about glass blowers. Don't they breathe into the glass? They draw the breath, and when their breath goes to the glass, doesn't it form like the circular roundness, I believe? I don't know much about it, but I believe their breathing makes a
Glass
sphere.
blowers.
Yeah, so dragon relates to draw, which relates to the constellation Draco. That's it. So I'm just connecting what you did, just saying that. Boom, points of energy, constellations do this. They're creating geometry with us. They're drawing in the heavens. Before I leave, can we say we are dancers?
Of course.
Thank you. Chat room as well, with me on 3. Much love. 1, 2, 3. We
are
dancers.
Dancers.
And drawers.
dancers and drawers.
Drawers. That doesn't sound right.
In my drawers.
Put your drawers back on.
No, leave that bit out. It doesn't
Are you a
sound right.
drawer? Are you a
Yes.
drawer?
Hi, Patricia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you
Patricia,
draw?
we're just
Oh yeah.
we're
Are
just
you an
dancers.
artist?
But even your dresser is a cube, isn't it? Even your dresser is a flat earth symbol. You pull the damn drawer out, put it in, it's flat. It's always, everything is damn flat, really, in some kind of way. Everywhere.
It's everywhere. That's right. Where are you going?
Oh, I have
I'm
to
not being nosy.
No, you're fine. No, you're fine. I teach children at 5:45. I have to teach ballet, and then I have to I have to do recital dances and stuff. So.
Oh yes, recital season's coming up.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you, my grandbaby, that's she'll be 3 now in April. She just attended her first dance competition, like as a to watch my niece. And my daughter said, "Oh, mama," which my daughter was a dancer too, but she was just like, "Oh, mama, she's bit now. Like she's all about it." And I'm so happy. Like, yeah.
Great. Good for her.
Before you go, Jay, before you go, I just wanted to mention, because TackMind is in the chat room, that today, just out of the blue,
Thank you for the
sent that banner. And with everything around our group at the moment, I just thought that was amazing. So I've changed the banner. And so thank you very much, TackMind.
Listen, you get tic-tac-toe, the 3 bulls, Taurus. The red, blue, and the white one, tack, man. We have tic-tac breath mints. Tic-tac. Yeah. Thank you. Wow.
Yeah, your words now in print, Jay. We are dancers.
It's amazing. I want to show a flat earth symbol right now. So look, would that be the dome? And then would that be maybe, right? And is that a cube, people? This is what I do in my dance class. Look at that shit. Come on. I'm not showing off. I'm just saying, right? Right?
Yeah, you are. You just wanted to show your muscle.
Oh, no, my muscle's not that big. No, that's nothing. Come on. I'm just saying, like, look at the shape. Come on, right?
I was joking.
I'm gonna show. Don't make me show my muscles.
No, I know you got him. Come on now. Much love to you all. Thank you again.
Love you, Jay.
Thanks, Jay.
Bye. Love you. It's
Easy,
always
man.
a pleasure.
Love you. Big hugs. Thank you, Jay.
Chat room, peace.
Love his spirit. God.
Yeah, and he's and Tack was very great with the words that he used on there, and he even got people.life on there as well. So it's just great. So thank you, TackMind. Mwah.
I saw that that you had sent earlier, or it's actually your new. Is it your new header photo?
Yeah, TackMind just sent it to me today.
Nice.
So yeah,
Very nice. Man, I've got the dogs are barking all around me. Let me mute for a second.
How do you know?
Ow.
How do you know?
So we've got Lev on now. Hi, Lev. How are you?
I'm all right, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm just going to turn you up because you're always quite quiet. Let me just turn your microphone up. So you've come on to talk a little bit today, haven't you, as well?
Yeah. I've been thinking a lot about how what flat Earth is to you, in a sense, and like in the post wake up part of you. You know, like the different phases. You got the cognitive dissonance, and then the flat Earth obsession and stuff like that. But then there's, you know, what next kind of thing. And I kind of feel like again, it's like, you know, the ideas, and putting ideas and putting the ideas out there, even if it's just on the ether or the collective consciousness, and then it's gonna, you know, hopefully, I don't know, even if you just say the ideas and people pick it up, and somebody else could use the idea in a way and stuff like. So the basis of it is like, what would we like the world to be like? You know what I mean? If we could have that choice, like if the flat earthers win the big thing, and then we had choice of how the world will kind of there's a lot of things. One of the biggest things I kind of think about is the military, and like the military on the globe is based on like country versus country war, you know what I mean, and stuff like, and it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Even if you lived on a ball, you know, flying through space, it's like the sun could crash into like a planet-sized object, and that could destroy life. You know what I mean, for anything on the solar system and stuff like. So if that were the case, then we should be working together. You know what I mean, to colonize other planets or whatever and stuff like that. But I mean, that's not the case and stuff like so. My idea is like, in the sense for the military, I kind of think the military, it should be there for the people. So in that sense, it should never be used for war. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? It's it's all wrong. You know what I mean? It's like the wars,
Yeah.
they're disasters caused by government. You know what I mean? Right? But the true disasters in the world of like earthquakes, tsunamis, and stuff like that. And where's military then? You know? And I kind of think it's completely wrong. You know? I kind of think like remember Grenfell Tower?
What you're saying is
And
the
the man in
military should be helping and working for the people.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought they were for. You know, I found, you know, they were for, you know, I grew up in the world learning about war, the Second World War, and all that kind of thing. And you know what I mean? You know about the military. You kind of think they're there for the people. They're protecting us against these other countries. You know what I mean? Because all these other countries are so backwards and stuff like that kind of thing, that you need them and stuff like that. And that kind of premise, then okay, you kind of need them. But I, I don't know anybody from any other part of the world who really wants war. You know what I mean? The real people, not the people in power and stuff like that, because there's something wrong with them, really, isn't there? So like Grenfell Tower, you know, it burnt down and stuff like that. And we were unable to stop it. The fire service didn't have the capabilities to tackle that kind of situation and stuff. So if we had like an emergency strike force, like the military's got all these strike forces and stuff kind of thing. But if we had one like for, you know, emergency services, like, you know what I mean, this is if the military we use for this, then we'd have like Apache helicopters with water guns on and stuff like that, which could like tackle that kind of problem. We'd have like bed trucks with like replacement frames with more water cannons on it and stuff like that for the helicopters to come down and replace or whatever. I mean, it's just an idea, but I mean, there's so many other ideas that we could come up with, you know what I mean, to prevent these kind of disasters from happening and stuff like. Because where is the government when we've got these kind of problems? And in an ideal world, this is not. It's 2018, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. There's this kind of the things that goes on like. And these other things, there's oil spills and all that kind of type of stuff. That shopping bag island and stuff like that. This is what the military be used for. I just think it's ridiculous that, you know, we spend all this money on the military, and they go off in other countries training or whatever and stuff like that, and practice drills and stuff kind of thing. And then there's all these war things that they do as well kind of thing, like. And I think it's just, you know what I mean? It's definitely not the way that we should be. So,
No, I mean, yeah, it probably, the military only turn up at the wrong things, don't they? Like, what is it they want to bring in? Martial law. They'll bring the military in then for that, won't they?
well, it's
Not
just
for
another people control thing, and I kind of think it's just another piece of the New World Order. And by the time the New World Order comes in, then it's kind of too late for everybody in a way, isn't it? I don't know. There might be another way of getting through it, but I don't know. It just seems, I don't like that idea. You know what I mean? Of the New World Order. I don't really know what it is and stuff, because we only see what conspiracies just suggest and what you're hearing news and stuff like that, and they do talk about it. So it just seems to be like a real thing and stuff. So, but it's kind of like positive talking as well, because there's a lot of negativity around flat Earth and stuff kind of thing. Like, and I kind of think we need to push positive ideas out there and stuff.
Just asking though, how can we change what? No military, don't fight, don't cause any wars. Come and help us. How do we change something like that then?
I kind of think once everybody wakes up, excuse me, everybody wakes up, like if everybody in country were awake, wherever you are kind of thing, then that means the person that's in the military, if they're not awake, then their entire family is awake. And it's kind of like, I kind of think it's going to bleed into the military. They're going to start waking up as well, if everyone were awake and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, if everyone woke up, would the government still be like, would the people allow it? I don't think so, really. I kind of think that people would stand up to this, and I kind of think we'd eventually make a new government. I don't know. It's kind of like as that falls, it's kind of like it could go so chaotic. You know what I mean? It's kind of like people need to. We need to have some sort of plan. You know what I mean? If it did fall, what are we going to do? Is it just going to go to chaos? Who's going to go for power and stuff like that kind of thing? There's so many things and stuff like. So it's like if we if we did get power or something like that, then they put in a suggestion for like a military in this suggestion. It's a positive idea, and it's moving forward in the right way and stuff. But I mean, there's other stuff as well, isn't there? You've got like food and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if there's loads of different, because I think I often like I want to like have a non-currency based society and stuff. That'd be kind of cool. I kind of think like communication, internet, your phone, and all that kind of stuff. That's really important. You can learn a lot from the internet and stuff. And if you can't afford to pay for the internet, then how does that help the world? I kind of think the more that anyone knows, the more the better the world is. Because if I can turn to my neighbor and ask them a question and they can answer it, then that's brilliant kind of thing. But if no one can answer the questions, then we're all lost, aren't we? You know what I mean, and stuff. So I kind of think communication is one of the most important things. Your phone as well, you know what I mean? It's just general conversation or whatever and stuff like. People need this. But they often talk about the stresses of modern life and stuff kind of thing, and that's supposed to be getting harder and stuff like. So why don't the government make these efforts towards it? You know what I mean? Why don't we make modern life easier for us in some ways and stuff kind of thing? Why is everything profit based? Why ain't everything humanitarian based? You know what I mean? It's completely wrong. Everything about the government really. I think same for transport. I think transport should be free. You know what I mean? They complain about fuel emissions and all these kind of things, and they kind of put the blame onto us. But I suppose that comes with ego as well, because people want to have a nice car and stuff like that, rather than catch a train or a bus or whatever and stuff. But if we had a better system, we could change it. We could make it so things are more efficient, or I mean, put the time and energy into it instead of putting the time and energy into the military and NASA.
Can I?
Because that's the thing. Oh,
Sorry,
I'll put it in.
can I say something?
I'll go on.
Something needs to be done, that's for sure, because like this Earth that we're living on, it's just fucked. I mean, it's just ruined. It's not good. We need to redo it. We need to have a new. Hey, let's start again. I know I'm making light of it, but really, it's like that, isn't it? It's like everything is just so wrong. Everything. But I think people should, research also a little bit into like what is going on and what is, like happening now as well around the world, because things that we're hearing on TV, you can take with a pinch of salt, really. I mean, the real news is where you need to, do your little researches and that. That's where the real news is. And because there's so much going on now, we need to be aware. And it's like the tables are turning in a sense that people are aware. They're getting their channels shut down all the time because they can't speak. So freedom of speech is going. And like you say, in the military, is like they're everywhere. Police don't even look like police anymore. They look like, something out of a science fiction movie, all tacked up and what have you. But we need a new world, a new Earth in some sense, the way it's been run, that's for sure, because we the people are not happy. We're not. Yeah. All right, I'm done now. I yield the floor.
Well, I was just gonna add on to that though. I feel a change. I've been feeling a change. And no, I'm not talking about the change of life. I had that already. I think society as a whole, they recognize things aren't right, but they don't know what it is. And just like myself, like if I had not came across flat Earth, okay, I would still be one of those, just always knowing in the pit of my stomach that, that and I'm not complaining, like life, and it's not good to do that, really. It's good to celebrate, all small blessings or all, small wins or whatever. I mean, it's not good to stay in the negative narrative all the time. But I do believe that how does it, what am I trying to say? Like people will eventually, I do believe people will eventually wake up, and it's going to take a lot of seed planting, like what we're doing. I mean, planting seeds. Hopefully, we're getting through to one person at a time. I don't know. Does that make sense? Like, not make sense. Do you understand? Yeah, you see what I'm trying to get at? Like, okay.
Nice.
So I've always had that feeling for years, all my life and stuff like that. And then eventually, you start to see like 9/11, and that was a big wake up call and stuff. But, and I kind of think that everybody must have that because everybody complains as well, like you said.
Right. I mean, and yeah, my mom always said the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Okay. Well, does that mean that, there's a difference between complaining about something and then voicing, airing out an opinion as far as, this isn't right. If you're going to take the time to complain about something, you should also take the time to look at yourself and say to yourself, well, what can I be doing differently? What can I be doing better to affect change? Even if it's something so small, because I feel like that sometimes, like, oh, well, I'm just one person. But you know what? That one little thing that someone might do that one time could turn out to be so significant, in, go down in history, to not saying I want to do that, it's not about being famous or anything, even if it's just to change the way that people think or act or talk. I don't know.
That's it, Lesia. It's sorry.
No, I'm done. I yield the floor.
What about you, Lev? Were you going to say something then before I rudely interrupted? Forgive me, please.
Yeah, I sometimes say to people, if you're not proud of your country, you should make your country proud of you. You know what I mean? Because if you're not proud of your country, you can see the flaws, so you can see the mistakes, and you can amend the mistakes and stuff like that kind of thing. It's a positive thing, you know what I mean? I like to push it. No,
Oh, that's true. I like that. I like the way you put that. If you're not proud of your country, oh, my refrigerator was open. If you're not proud of your country, make your country proud of you. Is that what you just said?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lev's really right in what he says, but right now there's not really much to be proud of, is there?
No,
It's all
right.
a lie. We've got to start again somehow, haven't we? With building up like our, building everything up, because it's just been so dire. And just to say, like, did anybody watch Mr. Thrive and Survive? He reckons everybody get food and water this weekend, so he feels something's on the move.
Who's breaking up?
Is it me?
It's
I didn't hear you at all.
No. Was it good, Karen, what you said? Because then you're going to have to repeat it. But if
hang on, is that better?
Is what better?
Yeah. That sounds better.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're back. Yeah.
I was just saying, did anybody?
I think it's my connection.
What?
I'm going to hang up and come right back.
Did people watch Mr. Thrive and Survive? Because he's saying to go and get water and food this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Things may change.
It's quite scary, isn't it? He said it were a hunch, didn't he? But he's usually right where his hunches are. Not always, but it was quite a big hunch, wasn't it? A suggestion kind of thing. Like get loads of food and water and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That there's a lot of things happening, and people need to pay attention to them. And by not looking at the TV, because the TV is, it's all propaganda, isn't it? Just what they want you to see. So forget about the TV. Be like us, TV free.
You know, it puts them in a jam state, doesn't it? And I kind of think that's like some sort of meditation where it does the thinking for you. You know what I mean, and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
but I mean,
you're supposed to let your thoughts.
People get conditioned. Let's just say advert for food comes on. You're hungry, so you go in the kitchen, start eating. You know, and someone said it not long back. We're not eating to survive. It's almost like, you know, we're taking the meaning out of eating. We're just all the time. Yeah. But it's overindulgence, you know, and that's just the TV, you know, games and go on holiday here. So already they're putting stress on you to get more work done so you can earn more money so you can go on holiday to a place you didn't even know about fucking 5 minutes beforehand, you know. That's the way it runs. It's all, the film We Live, they were bang on when they did that. Bang on. They Live, whatever it's called, yeah. We need to be aware of that. But also what Lev was talking about, you know, and Lesia too, people waking up. This is, I feel, a great awakening. Also, we're in the starting of the age of Aquarius, you know, which is the golden years, isn't it? So hopefully things are going to be nice, really. Can only hope.
I think things feel nicer already for me personally, because I don't. In other words, once you do start in the awakening process, it's uncomfortable and it's, you know, itchy, scratchy, like, oh, what is this, you know? But then after a while, it's like, I mean, I have found that inner calm. Well, for the most part, I mean, because at least you know what you know now. That feels good. Yeah. I'm about to have to drive. If I drop off, I will call you right back.
Okay, my
I
darling.
won't be long. Yeah, I'm gonna drive to. It'll be about 7-8 minute drive. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be
My
listening.
darling.
All right.
Thank you, Lisa.
Don't. Yes, I was gonna say, everybody, don't go anywhere. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if we're actually talking about maybe ourselves, because we've kind of woken up to a lot. I mean, I even heard Matt say in one of his hangouts, Matt Jerome, I don't know everything. I know a lot, and every day I'm learning more, and that's what this is about. But I don't know if we're talking about, I feel quite at peace in myself. It's out there that's not in peace. You know, that's what sort of spiritual awakening is, people being at peace with themselves. And a lot of that has to do with knowing who you are. I don't know how you do that to a society. Ask them to get to know who they are. And they're not, a number. Because if you don't know who you are, none of this will make sense. None of it.
That's
you have
true.
to know who you are more. I know that doesn't, if something happens this weekend and Mr. Thrive is right, I'm not sure how much of this is going to work, what I'm saying right now. But, I mean, generally, this is what it's about. And learning to trust each other, learning to communicate more, because that doesn't happen. I mean, we've got peopleforpeople.life on the go now. Okay, it's just a landing page at the moment, but Mr. Fry's looking at it and everything. It's the start. And then you've got Aaron with his Project Lumen. So that's something else. And that is still in sort of infancy, but it started. So, I mean, a couple of years ago, these things weren't there, all these conventions and things like that. Okay, maybe not everybody's cup of tea, but at least they're flat earthers going out into the community and having days out as flat earthers.
Earth school. So then parents wanted to teach their kids flat earth stuff rather than taking them to an indoctrination center. They've got the option. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Matt was talking about that as well. He'd love to be able to teach people and have a school, because he said our schools are crap, aren't they? So yeah, right into that. The same with you. So
like after if like in the idea that the people get the choice and people have a government, then we would have a different education system, wouldn't we? There's a lot of things that we do feel that we should be taught and things that we feel that we shouldn't be taught, which would change and stuff like. So it's like another thing on the list, like will the military had changed, how the food's distributed would be changed. I kind of think people should have food carts in every town, you know what I mean, and stuff like that, with free food, stuff like that, so no one has the opportunity to go without food and stuff like that. It doesn't matter you are homeless, jobless, or whatever, you know what I mean. And I think it should be, not like somebody who's skint that goes there. I think it should be like a communal thing. So it's like everyone's done the work or whatever and stuff like, and this government puts like a feast out for everybody every day, you know what I mean, in a sense. So you can go have a breakfast before you go to work or whatever and stuff like that, and meet and chat people there and stuff like that. It's kind of a more sometimes you can go to town and I don't know, it's like you just do your shopping and do your bits and you might see someone or whatever and stuff like that. But if it were a more communal feeling, you know what I mean, like you were going into town to meet the rest of the team or whatever and stuff like that. But that's just all the other locals and stuff, kind of thing. But the ones which want to meet and all that kind of thing, like I don't know.
hey, Lev, so I just put into the chat room, does anybody in the chat room write something that they would, like things that they'd really like to change from this horrible globe life they've put us in? Well, Jack Dean's already put brains equals soil, thoughts equals seeds.
Thoughts equal what, sorry? Seeds.
Seeds.
Sorry.
Seeds. Did you hear that? No. Seeds.
Thoughts equal seeds. Brain is the soil and thoughts are seeds. So plant some seeds in your brain. Good. I was actually good saying that.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? It's like I said, it'd go across the ether or the collective conscious and stuff like that, and spread that way if that's the only way it's going to happen or something like that. I don't know. I just wanted to think of the ideas of, you know, the successful version of a story in a sense, like, you know, like the currency ideas and stuff like that. There is Project Lumen and stuff, like, or the idea of not having a currency or whatever and stuff. Because if everything were free, you've got food, internet, and all them kind of things and stuff.
So, can I interrupt, Lev? The thing that I feel ruins all these societies and what have you. So you'll always get somebody who wants to have more than anyone else. You know, the collector, the one who's hoarding everything. You know, the greedy guy, the one with avarice and all that on his plate.
Well, everybody can live for free, but if you want to have a fancy car, you've got to pay for it. Do you know what I mean? Has anybody seen Venus Project?
I've heard of it.
About this guy, I think he was called Jack Fresco, and he wanted to. He put out all these ideas of a better world he wanted to create and stuff like that. Where everything, all trains were like maglev trains and stuff kind of thing, and they were all automatic and stuff. The factories, the farms were all automatic, and everything kind of worked in a certain way. He said it would take us about 10, 20 years to make the world that way. But once it were done, you only needed 3% of the population to maintain it. And we've got more than that here in charity shops anyway and stuff like that. So we've got the, you know, I think there's a lot of good ideas which can be taken from it. So it's one for people to check out, is that?
What did you say it was called? The Venus Project or Eden Project?
Venus.
Say that again.
Venus
please.
is very important to Jay, isn't it?
What was it called again? You broke up just when you said it.
The Venus Project.
Oh,
Venus.
okay, yeah. Yeah, thank you. Where is it based?
Bunsen says he'd like a change of government.
So I think that is a definite, because every side of government looks ugly to me. You know, it's like, especially with the paedophile ring situation and stuff. Yeah, you know, for people to be protected like Jimmy Savile and stuff like that. It was supposed to have gone to court like 7 times, and then it was mysteriously lifted, the case. He were knighted. He were best friends with like members of royal family and prime ministers of the time and stuff like that. You know, we should never have a government which allows anything like that. I don't know. I can't imagine.
What you mean to have that kind of control?
Yeah, because it's almost like saying, well, we've got the money. You know, I mean, it's like they pay for it in a way, don't they, and stuff. And
well, yeah, that's how they're controlling everything, isn't it? They're just paying for, you know, these services and what have you. And we totally lost control because they're coming with new. They're not even laws. They're like statutes and things, and the police are running around issuing fines and what have you, and people are paying them. And who's getting the money? You know, it's not going into society, is it? You were saying that, Lev, weren't you, the other day as well?
Yeah.
Money's not going back into society if it's, you know, being rented out to these little parking thieves, I call them, that can charge what they want for a flipping parking ticket. You know, it's ridiculous. Let us park where we want, man. I'm not causing anyone harm. You know, and if you've got to squeeze through, well, sorry. I mean, make your roads a little bit wider next time and the houses further apart, you know. Yeah.
In the chat room, Tackmine says remove the government and all the investors. Jack Dean says, I don't want to change a government. I want no government.
Good idea.
I kind of think we need some sort of system in a sense. It's like we can have the people as the government, but how do you keep that under control? You know what I mean? How do you? Because it's like we still need laws and stuff, don't we?
Well, you have like a monthly meeting or a weekly meeting or something where things get discussed, and I think we as like a general, we know each other kind of thing. I think if we were to start a little society, just us few here now on the panel, we know each other, so I don't think there would be any issues. But obviously, the greater the populace becomes, the more problems you're probably going to likely to encounter. So you need some sort of a chief or something, don't you, that can be interchanged maybe. I don't know. You take turns.
We still need like a police force and stuff, don't we? I don't mean to police the state or that kind of thing, but it's still, there's 1 in 9 people as a narcissist kind of thing, isn't it? Or a psychopath, or a sociopath, or a narcissist, or whatever and stuff like. But those kind of people, to have that many of them, that's kind of scary, you know.
Especially as some of the police are beginning to look like soldiers.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just for the amount of people they herd into towns and things. What else would you like then, Lev, with this better world?
Another thing I want to say about all this, you know, like maglev trains and all these so we have this like resources and stuff, you know, like to go organic and stuff. It's like expensive to buy organic food and all that kind of thing, and these other things, isn't there, you know, like energy sources and stuff, like to make it all clean energy and stuff, and to make the environment clean and pollution free and stuff like that. Is it cost effective and stuff? And is, you know, kind of, can we make that realistic as well? Like how soon can we make it a pollution free environment and stuff? We can't do it overnight, can we? You know what I mean? We need transport and stuff to, I don't know, to make things happen and stuff like that. But there's one thing I'd like to say on that as well. It's like the cost of a military. I don't think we need to spend as much on military if we're only using it for like a disaster kind of situation and stuff. Like we're not going to be spending it on war and all that kind of thing. And also, if we're having things our way, then all the money that went into space agencies is all that money which can help make these changes. You know, I can deal with being on low amounts of money myself until we do make them changes, and then if money becomes obsolete suddenly, then or almost obsolete, you know what I mean? Like I say, if you want a better car or whatever and stuff like that, then you've got the option and stuff. But I kind of think council tax and paying for your rent or all these kind of things, it's like the homes, I don't know, these buildings around, we make new buildings and stuff like that kind of thing. I've fancied making an house one day and stuff like that kind of thing. I've done part of an house and stuff like that, but I've always fancied making my own house in a way, you know what I mean, and stuff. There's so many things, you know what I mean, of things that you've complained about all your life or something, and then now with the idea that you can change it, or, you know, so it does feel like, you know, it could get changed, because if everybody woke up, then it's going to happen, isn't it? I don't know, that positive vibration.
Quite a big
think, like,
it's quite a big shift that's got to go on.
Well,
quite
yeah,
a big shift.
Like that, I was going to mention this. That's like, you know, if we're going to have more flat earthers come in and stuff like that, then maybe the need stuff like this. Maybe the need like the ideas of how the world would be, you know, stuff like that kind of thing. Because so many people like don't make a difference, you know what I mean, and stuff like. Because some people get it, some people kind of don't care. But if I don't know, well, maybe they sound like selfish people, but maybe some of them aren't. You know what I mean? I don't know. If you get more people to wake up in different ways and stuff, different things appeal to different people. So suggesting a better world, a war-free military, and food for everybody and stuff like that kind of thing. I don't know. It's like a lot of people argue that nobody would ever do it and stuff like that kind of thing. And
Can I say
in some ways,
something?
I kind of think, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you was talking about you'd love to build your own house, right? And we've spoke about this before as well, or I have, passive houses, and that's what I don't understand. When they build new houses, why don't they just build a passive house? Because it uses so much less energy. I mean, it's like the Rolls Royce of houses. I'm not talking low energy. I'm talking extremely better than low energy. You can't get better than passive. Passive house is the best type of house. We've got thick walls, 50 centimeters at least or whatever, insulation. And it's just like a house that's like a thermos. I don't understand why they're not doing those more, because, hey, what we're spending our money on, most is in the house, isn't it? Your energy bills. And if you can have an energy bill that's like £200 a year, I don't think that's too bad, is it? I don't know. Maybe Mark touch over here. But yeah, that's the thing. That's what we should be looking into, building them instead when they're knocking houses down. I mean, okay, some materials can be reused. I like the idea that we can do that. And I'm, quite good at doing it myself as well. But when they build new houses, it should be these, passive houses, latest technology, new things, quicker, faster, last forever. No one's got allergies in them because they're so clean, It's so quiet, you can't hear the noise outside. Triple glazed windows, with, composite frames and what have you, wood and like some sort of composite to take away the sound, insulate better, much better than wood alone. So yeah, that's the way forward. I'm done now, sorry.
Patricia wants to say something.
Yeah. I'm like, no. Why do you think we don't have these houses? One is they want to make them so that it's only the rich can afford them, because they make them so expensive, when essentially you're getting the best. They don't want us to have it because, and it's affordable, and someone like me could afford it, then everybody will want one, and there'll be no money because we will get like free electricity or really low cost energy or whatever. They don't want us to have it. So the only way you can do that is you do it yourself. We have to do these things ourselves. We can't rely on other people to do it for us. The councils. We don't need councils. We don't need the government.
No, exactly. But that's where, I'm hoping that, we as a community, can we call ourselves a community or what? I mean, we as, flat earthers and we're people that, sorry?
Yes, we're a community.
Yeah, that's all right. But we as this, this group, we can pool our resources together and pool our thoughts together and say, hey, you know what? Astral had a good idea the other day about this passive house. Maybe we can make them more compact, because I've thought about it. I've got it's a thick book filled with different designs, everything, how they've been made, so I mean, I can make them, not a problem, but obviously I can't make them by myself. But this is what I'm talking about. We can have people that are interested, want to learn, and people need to know about these kind of things. You can live for almost for free, or you should live for free. That's what we're trying to go for, free living.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not having a go or anything. But what I'm saying is that no one's got any money to start these off. You need money to get them started. And that's the crux of it.
If everyone woke up, the funds.
Yeah, we've got more people who've got to wake up.
I didn't get to leave when I thought I would, but I'm still here. Okay.
All right, Lesia.
Be about 5 minutes. Okay.
The other side. Oh, sorry, lad.
Everybody's doing everything anyway. Everybody's working at Coca-Cola factories, power stations, and at oil rigs, and all these things. But we're all getting ripped off. If we were all doing it for ourselves, we wouldn't be getting ripped off. You know what I mean? We could still do it for money, like we said. Like we get everything as rent free and as electric free or whatever and stuff like that, food and everything. I think you should be able to an option to buy food as well. I don't know, so you can cook at home and stuff like that, because that's just still a traditional way of life and stuff. Kind of thing. Oh, what was I say? Yeah, everybody's doing the jobs and everyone's getting ripped off. It's kind of like if someone's in a warehouse and they're on minimum wage, I kind of think they're only like getting 60, 70 quid a day or whatever. And they're probably earning the company maybe 15, 20 grand or something like that. You know what I mean? That's a bit too much, maybe only 10 grand or something. But I honestly don't think the companies are paying people what they deserve, really. I mean, in this day and age, because there's so much technology has brought us forward and everything's easier and stuff like that, it's kind of like we should need less people or less hours, really, because we've been making too much stuff. You know what I mean? We're making too many toothbrushes and, you know what I mean, all that kind of thing, whatever job you've got and stuff like. It's like, what's going on with world, man?
Do you remember back in, I think it was the 70s, early 80s, we had a big miners' strike, and people, some of the miners wanted to go back to work because obviously we all need money to live. Unfortunately, we'd like it where we didn't have money, we didn't need money to live. But the people that were going back to work were called scabs, weren't they? Because the people who didn't want to go back to work knew that they were being ripped off. Whatever the things they were arguing about, they knew ultimately they were being ripped off. And this is what I was thinking the other day, is why don't we all just stop going to work? I mean, I don't work, but the people who work, if they went en masse and stopped working for one day, or maybe 2 days, I don't know, the bosses and the people that are only in it for the money, they're only in there to make profit, not about the people. I mean, there is some companies that do care about the people that work for them. Then they would know that, you know, we're not going to take this anymore. But the only problem with that is you'll get half of them doing it and half of them not. Because it don't matter what you do, there'll always be a division somewhere. And that's all I'm going to say.
Thanks, Patricia. Yeah. I think once you wake up to flat earth bit, though, you don't actually want to go to work at all, do you? None of us want to go to work anymore.
That's it. We've seen all the deception, haven't we? And what's going on? I mean, we know what's going on. Consumers, man. They need to wake up. They need to see. But hopefully we can turn more and more people.
I think that I'm still driving, but it's kind of quiet. But I think that especially young families, I mean, sometimes they have to have a job because they need the benefits and they need this and, you know, whatnot. But I recommend to everybody, if you can find a way to work for yourself, doing something that you love, and, you know, like at a time in your life when maybe you've already, you know, you've acquired the necessities that you need, you know, because, I mean, it does take money to survive. But I understand what Patricia was saying, though, because anytime you get a group of people together, they're working, they're doing a good job, you know, whatnot. You know, starting at the very, very top, if they don't care about you as a person and they are just have you there because of your capabilities or whatnot, then inevitably you will get burnt out and you're not going to stay there. So, and I think, were you trying to say, like, basically, like, you know, kind of like a strike? Is that what you were trying to say? Like, people should go on strike?
Well, basically, yeah. You know, there
Yeah,
was a thing a while back saying, you know, if you want to bring down the government, you have to make a stand.
right.
But instead of going and protesting, because then they get all the police round and they start these, where they'll just attack someone, and then of course they'll all, you know, the protesters will say, "Oh, you can't be doing that," blah blah blah. So somebody suggested that we stay at home and we protest from home, and I think that in a way that's a better idea, because one, we can't be targeted, you know, but we can still make a protest.
Right.
People, that's the only problem. There has to be enough people
Hmm.
for
Someone
it to
brought this
work.
point up to me. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I mean, I agree. Someone brought this up the other day. Who was it? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember who it was, but basically they were saying that um, back in maybe, when did they say, like in the 70s possibly, um, the people that were from the 70s era, they protested all the time. They got things done. They got the change that they desired. And if they didn't get the change, then at least they were at least protesting. In other words, but in today's society, nobody, I mean, everybody's scared. Everybody wants to be politically correct and whatnot. I mean, and two, I mean, there's more at risk, I guess. Uh, Things were simpler back then. I mean, I don't know. Hold on, I'm pulling in the garage. Yeah. Huh. Okay.
It's always a
Let me mute
deep
myself for a
subject
second.
we need to talk about a lot more, but you know, we all just, I think what Lev is trying to say is that when you wake up, you feel a bit different. You don't want that way anymore. So hopefully people will come together and do this together for a change. There's no together anymore. Is there, Lev? Everybody's muted. Come back, everybody.
I'm not. I'm just trying to be quiet because I'm noisy right now. But it's okay. It started raining here. Let me turn my car off.
Lisa, do you think things are happening in America, like Bryve's saying? Do you feel things are gearing up? Can you see it? Can you hear it? Are you noticing anything
Um,
different?
well, I can hear it and I can see it, but that's because I I quit listening to the mainstream and now I listen to my flat earth to the flat earth people, you know, like um and but I would say that people are definitely fed up with the government and the way that it's being run. Um I mean, there's a lot of good that can come from your government if the right people are in the right places and making are able to affect the change, do the things that maybe they said they were going to do. But then you get someone else that's higher up, I guess, and nope, can't do that. Nope, can't do that. But I mean, I would say the overall mood in America, I think, is good. Um, and hold on, let me just say one. But at least in my town where I live, things are pleasant. Yeah, and that's another thing too. You know what? I read this before. You know, if you don't like something, then move. You are not a tree, is what it said. If you don't like something, move. You are not a tree. In other words, get up and move. And move can mean anything. It can mean change your surroundings, change your home, change your town, move to a different town. Go where things are more to your liking. In other words, where you fit in or where you are not. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a big thing, and it's scary. People don't like to change. Um, Hold on, I'm tethered. Does that make sense, Karen?
Yeah, it's not always quite so easy to do that nowadays. I think they've made it much more difficult. They seem to be just wanting to herd us into towns, really, into apartment blocks.
Right, right, right.
You know, things were a bit easier before, and then people who live in the real country, because obviously America is huge, they don't get the same kind of facilities now, and internet and stuff like that.
Right,
Trying to
right.
get us in
Oh
those
yeah. I mean, wait, say what?
trying to get us all inside
I
these
lost you.
5G towers.
You know what? Let me get out of this garage. That would help big time.
And
Hold
really,
on.
you know, like, the people aren't fighting. Maybe there's pockets, but there just isn't this fighting thing going on. The people are not fighting. They're just being used and lied about. Lev?
Sorry,
Sorry, Lev, you just broke up a little bit there. Say again.
I was reading. Sorry, I've got. What did you say, sorry?
Oh, I was just explaining. Oh, I don't even know what I was explaining now. Well,
Have I got?
we're saying that we're not happy with the way it is. And the topic today was a better world. So that's what we're talking about, really. Hopefully, like a better place.
Yeah, but also another thing we need to be aware of is that we do have all the power because we are the majority. You know, the flipping governments, they're only like a handful of people. They really are. We are the majority, and they should fucking listen to us because we put them there, didn't we? You know, and that's what we're realizing again. I do believe. I hope so.
I think the French have been told that they like if the people aren't happy about what the government makes as a decision, the farmers will like pull trailers and the tractors over roads and motorways to put the country to a standstill until they correct what they've been doing.
Sorry, Lev, you're breaking up there a little bit. Lev.
Yeah. You're
breaking up a little bit. Yeah, you might have to go off and come back in again.
All right. Yeah. I'll do that. Yeah.
Or just mute yourself and come back on. Sometimes that's it. It's always fun sitting here on the panel and everybody's muted.
I know. I'm sorry. I apologize. I had to get in the house. The little dogs were yapping, and yeah. Speaking of work, that's what I'm doing. I'm pet sitting and house sitting for these two beautiful little puppies. You're so cute. I know. They're little tiny dogs. Oh gosh! And
all this like knowledge that you've like learned now or understood, does it make you feel differently when you look at your little granddaughter now then, Lisa?
Oh, yes. Oh gosh. Not even when I look at her, just anytime I hear something or read something or see something, I'm always, my first thought is, how will that affect her? You know? And what kind of conversation do I need to have with my daughter? You know? Yeah. Like my daughter, it was a big deal for her recently. She had to make the decision whether or not to vaccinate her daughter. I think she subconsciously didn't want to because they're supposed to get some when they're 2 years old, and she never did bring her. And we had a conversation about it.
Lisa, isn't it a bit more? Isn't it in America that you have to have these? You know, it's against the law if you don't.
Well, when it comes time for them to start school, it becomes a problem, or dance, various things. It can cause a problem, but I don't know that it's a law, but maybe it's a law. They make it to where it is a law, but she wasn't as much concerned so much about that. She just was, that it's such a hot topic, obviously, and she just had to weigh it out, the good and the bad and whatnot. And she just told me, she said, I've come to the conclusion that the good will outweigh the bad as far as her where she's, where she's at in her life. So I'm like, okay, well, that's your baby. Like, I'm, as long as I know that you've made the decision and that you didn't make it because you had to, right? Because I even told her, I said, I'm almost positive that I read or in one of the chats that someone had said, they figured out how to get around that about it might have been here. They were saying that the vaccinations on the paperwork, it says, like it wasn't saying that you had to. They were saying that we recommend it, I guess. And like I said, I'm not saying if that's the same, law or rule here, but so I told her, I said, and they said that, their child was not denied education. They just kind of like forgot about it, I guess, after a while. So I guess it just depends on how hard someone else will push back against you if you decide not to. So, but yeah, there's so much that affects my grandbaby. Yep, for sure. For sure. Shoot, I mean, I've always known that there was weird things going on out in the world, but I mean, since becoming a flat earther, like I'm super protective, way more protective now, like with the pictures that you would put on social media and this and that, which I think a lot of people go overboard anyhow, but you have to watch and make sure. I mean, and it's kind of sick to even think about this, but make sure that your 2-year-old baby has her legs are together, okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though there might even be a diaper underneath there, you don't want some sicko fantasizing against, with your grandbaby's picture. I know that's a bad topic, but you asked,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you worry, I think, differently with your grandchildren, don't you? It's bad enough when you had your own children. You don't have any control with your grandchildren because they're your grandchildren. Your children have the parental control. But with the
Right.
things you know now, it's just more worrying, isn't it, of this horrible world. But I do think whatever's been going on has been going on for a long time. It's not just something that's been created in the last few years. It's just
Right.
we've been a lot more conscious or aware of it now.
Yes, more people. Yeah, we're able to know more about it. Oh shoot! Hold on, I'm dropping. Okay, sorry. And for that, you know
Dog.
what? I'm grateful, Karen. I am so grateful for the things that I do know. But if you start talking about some of this stuff, then guess what? You're a crazy person. Like you're not thinking rational. Or why are you? What are you concerning yourself with that for? I'm like, well, you know what? If I don't concern myself, who else will? Yeah. I'm trying to get these curtains up.
Yeah, I think Lev's back. Lev, what were you saying? Lev, you're muted. Lev, you're muted. I don't know if he's having a few problems there. Lev.
Oh, I mean,
Yay. What were you saying?
I can't remember what I was saying before. I was also going to mention like education.
Yep.
What we did go over it a little bit and stuff like, but we're probably. I wanted more focused training when I was at school. I mean, I wanted to and stuff like that kind of thing, but you only get one lesson a week or whatever. You choose it as an option, then you get 3 lessons a week and stuff. And then you move on to whatever. I went through graphics. I should have gone through art and design really, but I kind of think I've had more focused training when I was early, like a 6-year-old, where I wanted to be an artist or whatever and stuff like that. So if I had that kind of tuition from that age, I kind of think 2 days a week or something like that, where you get focused tuition into you want stuff like. So by the time that you're 16, 18 or whatever and stuff, then you kind of really are ready for it, and you're going to be, you know, you star at whatever you're wanting to become or whatever and stuff like that. You know, you always have options to change of what you want to do. You know what I mean? Say if you become 10-year-old and you no longer want to become an artist, you know, to be a fireman or whatever and stuff, and then you get that focus training and stuff like that as well and stuff like that. I don't know. You know, just an idea to change what school is in the general sense of it and stuff like if you wanted to do deep sea research, we don't really get that at school, but if you wanted to do that at an early age and you took curiosity into it, and then they put you to work alongside with those kind of people, or they give you tuition with those kind of people which were already into it from that age, the development of when you do become 18, you'd be an astounding deep sea researcher. You know what I mean? It's kind of that
It
kind
would be
of
nice
idea.
if they're actually studying real things, wouldn't it, Lev? So instead of, oh, I want to be an astronaut, all those stupid things which aren't real, it'd be nice if they were actually learning things that really could help us all grow and learn and everything. That's what I think.
Yeah, can I say something?
Teaching
All that about education and what have you. I mean, of course, it's very important that we're educated. The way society is run now, it's like, well, I actually pilled 5 people today because I had a meeting and I said to the guy, "You're just a slave. We're all slaves. Every one of us in this room, all 6 of us, we're all slaves. We're born into it." "No, I'm not. No, I'm not." You get up in the morning, you answer to somebody, you pay your wages, or you get your wages, you pay your bills, you're a slave, I said. And then he was like, "Oh, yeah, like that. Yeah, well, I suppose I am." It just goes over people's heads, you know, but we need to get out of that mentality where we're forced to go to work. You know, it should be a pleasure to do something, but, you know, get out of that mentality that we have to do it, man, because it's just a slave mentality. We're ants, aren't we? Little ants on a farm. Yeah, that was all. Sorry.
In that Venus project, the guy's intention were to have like that 3% of the population would be kind of volunteering to work, but the rest of the population would have that free time to do whatever they wanted. So you were expecting a lot of people to want to spend the rest of their life in tuition or college and universities even. And I kind of visualize like if you had that opportunities and stuff like your kung fu instructors, you know what I mean, there'd be expert kung fu instructors and stuff like, they won't have to go to work, they get to dedicate the time to it and stuff. It could be any kind of and stuff like so you know I suppose it's like stuff like inventions. If you're going to invent something and stuff like, you could always have that think, oh, I've got an idea. I might go to this, you know, this university, study, whatever they need to do for this idea, and speak with the people who are behind ideas and, you know, inventors and stuff and thing, like, you know, an area for it kind of thing, like to bring your ideas forward and people that help you develop it and stuff. I just kind of, I don't know, it's just a brilliant idea for that opportunity, and because it's like these points in my life where I thought, oh, what a brilliant idea, but oh, who am I to make that idea that way? You're free to develop to develop yourself as much as you want, whereas I'm hindered because I have to go to work and a shitty job or whatever and stuff, and you know what I mean. It's like if it's 8 hours a day and all that kind of thing, then you've not got much time to yourself, really. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, if I wanted to write stories, be an artist and work at the same time, it's not really the same as being an artist. You know what I mean? And stuff. So yeah, it's kind of like to make that change. I don't know, them ideas, push them forward, because it's that positive energy. There's every aspect of life in there that we've got that we can change to make better. So yeah, I think that's like the main basis of the idea kind of thing.
Lisa, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. I was just about to unmute. Where are you from again, Lev?
Yorkshire in England.
Okay, okay. Um, I've never really like looked into it too much, but like say like in other countries, well, for the UK, all right, versus the United States. I never really realized how vastly different the governments are run. I mean, I feel it. I mean, what would you guys say the same thing? Like what you were saying earlier, about you wish that you could get more education and this, that, the other. Like honestly, I don't believe that, myself included. Like I said, most Americans, like, we don't really even probably understand how the other, governments operate. So what might be a problem over there might not, it might just be like a given thing here, or vice versa. Like, like, because things that are, I know there's a lot of things that aren't right here, but then, in other countries, they have it down pat. They have an answer for that. Um, you know?
Yeah. It used to be different in England. It used to be a lot freer. Like I don't know, it all changed in the recent years, past 10 years and stuff like. My mate were going to uni at the time and stuff, and it would cost them a fortune to go through it and stuff like.
Right. But say like education, okay? Um, is everything privatized, or do they have the public education system, um, for what they call what we call grades, kindergarten through 12th grade, before college? Do you have to pay for that, or does it come? Sorry?
No, we don't have to pay for it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot I didn't have my earbuds in. Hold on. I'm just talking. Right.
We don't have to pay for that.
Okay. Hold on.
It's supposed to be education. Whoa, Lisa.
All
I'm
right,
going to
so
tell you down.
do what?
I
Is that
turned
better?
you up. I'm turning you down now. There you go.
Okay. Yeah. I forgot I didn't have my buds in. When I don't have. Oh, there's the owls. They're here so early. Can y'all hear them? Listen.
Just about.
Oh, I see them now. Oh, I've not ever been able to see them in the daylight. Well, where I'm at, they have a little grove of trees, and I've been hearing the owls in the evening, at night, but they're here early now. Sorry, I totally I veered off, but I can see them. They're huge. Well, and this is part of the deal, though. Where I'm at,
are they chicks, or are they like grown up chicks?
No,
or grown up?
The one I'm looking at right now is really big.
Okay.
And like I said, I thought it was a big squirrel tail or something in the tree, but it's flapping its wings.
Why not filming it instead of talking about it?
Well, because it's too far away. Yeah, I think it's too
Okay.
far away. I don't think you'd be able to see it. But and too, like, if I were to try to get closer, it would probably fly away. So, but one of the dogs that I'm watching is she's little. I mean, she's real little. Luckily, her sister, the older one, is really little. This one here, she's not as little, but she's still tiny. And they seem to. I noticed they were seeming to fuss when Daisy, the little dog, would go outside. And at first, I was like, oh, they want to eat her. But I think now, though, I think it's more so dog, little beast on the loose. Sorry, y'all. I just kind of amazed because it's just right in the middle of the city. But it is a nice little tree grove. Yeah, it's not dark yet. In other words, normally when it was dark, I couldn't see them at all. I could just hear them. But this now, I was like, okay. Oh, one just flew away. Sorry. Okay.
It's always nice to see an owl.
Yeah. Well, they make.
What time is it for you, Lisa? What time is it for you?
6:15 p.m. Yeah. Like everything is, it's almost like winter is over. We're obviously, we're not still in the deep throes of winters by no means. We're not, it's not summer, but I swear it's like an early spring here for sure. Flowers are everywhere. The trees,
Oh.
all the trees. Yes, the trees are, their pollen is coming down, and it's lovely right now. I'm in shorts and flips.
Oh,
I mean,
my goodness.
Oh.
I know.
I was in ski pants today.
Oh no. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you know what though? I will have to put pants on soon because the mosquitoes will try to get me if I don't, put some lotion or something on. They'll take me away. Because they're just now coming out, I guess, of their winter slumber.
Yeah, you be careful what you're putting on your body. Use
Yeah.
some lemon juice instead.
What they say that if you use that other this was it off, that you have to use the one that's called DEET free, or is that still
I
safe?
wouldn't use any of them. I wouldn't use
Right.
any of them. I mean,
Okay.
there's probably some that you can use that are not dangerous at all, but I mean, I would just, yeah.
Did someone tell me like for children you could put like coconut oil on them? Is that for insect bites?
I've not heard that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
I know
not
they don't
sure
like citrus, but I'm sorry, but how cold is it over there? I wasn't trying to be in.
It was snowing at the weekend. The snow's cleared, now it's just grey and damp and cold. Not as
How long
cold
is
as it was, but just grey and damp. Oh,
how long?
grey.
How long does that have to last?
But
I mean, how
another
much
2
longer?
years.
Another 2 years. That's funny.
Yeah, forever.
Like,
It's really strange.
seriously,
Get
like,
a really warm patch, like where if you looked up, we're hotter than Israel, we're hotter than south of Spain, and it lasts about 2 days, and then it'll get really cold again, and everywhere else will be hotter again. We have the most weirdest weather sometimes.
oh my gosh.
About March, the end of March, we'll get these really hot days suddenly that appear, which it shouldn't be, and then we get a crap summer.
I saw Vinny's video. Oh my gosh. They swim in the canal because of the ice.
Yeah, did you see that he put a video up and someone had like a drill to drill through the ice?
Yeah, were they trying to test the ice, or it didn't work out good because they fell in, right?
Those ones did. I think they were just trying to show you how deep the ice was.
Okay. Yeah. No, he did a live video where he was like walking. Have y'all ever seen him go and feed the swans and stuff in his canal, like off of near his home, the water?
Oh,
Okay.
I'm not sure if
there's a canal.
I did see both those videos.
Okay. Well, a couple of days ago, he had a video where he is walking in that canal, walking on the ice, and he said like,
Yeah,
he was going to look for his skates, his ice skates, and that people are ice skating on it. And it doesn't always happen, but it's happening now, I guess, because it's so cold up there.
Yeah, while you're walking around in your flip-flops.
I know. Yeah, I know. I was like, oh man, I got to keep my legs shaved now. More better. I have to keep them shaved more better.
More better.
Yeah, just a little more better.
I'm a drawer. What was it Jay said? Drawer.
Oh, you're a drawer?
You're a drawer.
I'm a drawer.
You're a dancing
Can you say more
drawer.
better? More better. That's a superlative.
More better. I know.
It's a superlative. More better.
Some people say mo better. Mo better. Mo better. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Oh, the little one wants out. Come on, little girl. Okay. All right. Come on. There you go. Come on, old girl. She's like 15 years old, this little dog. Go see. Come on. Oh, I don't want you.
Hey, do you like my little cut glass? I've just been drawing this glass here. Right, kind of.
Let us see. Oh, dang. Wow.
And if you're in Australia, Yeah, that looks kind of
Wait,
fun, actually.
I missed it. If you're in Australia, what?
It's upside down.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're really good at that. I mean, that's what my friend told me. She said when you go to draw, that shading and stuff, because you use shading to
Yeah,
get
use
the.
shading and use a eraser to get the white, and then.
You better eat your food.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, I was talking to the dog. She didn't eat.
I thought you were talking to me with my mouth full.
No, yeah, you better eat your food, Astral. No, I don't know why she didn't want to eat, huh? She better eat. What you eating?
I'm always eating. Yes,
Lucy-
it's been a pleasure. I need to go because it's 1:30 in the morning.
Oh
Drink my
gosh,
tea
it's
up.
late.
Yeah, it's black outside.
That's right.
Yeah, we started a little bit later today because, well, Lev had wanted to talk about this bit about a better world, but we've had some really, really late nights, so we might not stay on too long anyway because, we're just, we had quite a lot going on at the weekend. And also, well, you know what happened before the weekend, but so good night, Astral. Thank you so much for your drawings, my darling.
Thank you very much. And
Yes.
continue having a nice little chat. I'm sure you will, and I'll speak to you all when I speak to you all. And cheers for the guys in this chat room. Okay, and stay flat. Spread the word. That's what we need to do. Keep spreading the word. Red pill everyone you can.
Keep it flat. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for that drawing. If they have a compass over here, I'm gonna practice. We'll go back and watch the
Thank you,
replay.
Astral.
Yeah, steady easy, no problem. All right, take it easy, people. Love you all. Good night.
Love you.
Love you, Astro.
Love you. Bye.
Night.
And then there was 4 of us.
I gotta tell Tony. He's in the chat. I gotta say hello.
Hey, hello, Tony.
Yeah,
Who's that then?
One Big Pond.
Oh, hello.
Big pond.
Well, hello, Tony.
Yeah, or One Big Puddle, however you want to call it. Yeah. Yes. And Lee Redpath. Trouble.
Yeah, I could say, and there's Luke.
Yeah.
Trouble about. Lee. There's GMCDXXXX. There's Tack Mind. Then there's Billy Boy. We said everybody now. He's talking away at the moment. I was Midnight Gardener. There was veganculture.co. Yeah, it's going through the chat room.
Oh, the Hoary Sheet.
Oh yeah, Hoary Sheet was there.
Yeah. He said, "Oh yeah, signs of spring here."
Yeah. Yeah.
Who else? I don't know if they're there still.
Was there just a little while ago. Cloudy, Gathica, Tommy.
Yes, Tommy was there, and I didn't get to tell him hello. Spherical Cow. What the world? Spherical Cow.
Amarak. Ian. These are people that have been in the chat room. Who else? Of course, Trouble about.
I love her name because I love to say hello,
Francis,
Trouble. Sorry, Lisa.
Zane.
Sorry, Karen. Go ahead.
That's as far as my thing will go up. It won't go up any further. Jack Dean. If I haven't already said your name before.
Lee Redpath.
Lev. Yeah, Lee. I think we said him at the beginning, didn't we? But if we didn't, we've said you again.
He wants to hear it again. That's just, yeah. Flatlander. Here. Hi. Okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Flatlander. Hi, Flatlander.
What about URC? Not who, but URC Childs.
Yeah, I said that one.
Okay.
Spherical Cow.
Spherical Cow is an old physics joke for anyone wanting to know. I didn't really know what that meant. Spherical Cow. Say Billy Boy. Billy Boy. Say Billy Boy. Okay. All right.
Billy boy. Does anybody else want to shout out in the chat room as we're here doing shout outs?
I guess I could tell Wake the Sheeple hello. I think he asked me out on a date, Karen. Not just me. He asked the whole chat out on a date. He said that if anybody wants to go to Utah, to the great Zions, that we could come and he would take us out to dinner.
Hey, that sounds good, doesn't it? I'm coming.
Yes. Yes. I'll come pick you up, Karen. And you too, Patricia. Lev, I guess we'll pick you up too, but I was just thinking, girls trip.
That's nice of you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You come with me. Oh, gosh.
Hey, Lev, you're surrounded by women now. The men have gone. It's just you.
Y'all, what does Marge Simpson sound like? Because Midnight Gardener seems to think I sound like Marge Simpson, and he said, "Shout out to Homer." Homer.
Oh,
I don't know. Mario.
You've got to shout Homer as if you were shouting him.
Like shout out to Homer.
Just shout Homer.
Homer. I don't know.
No, you don't sound like her.
There you go, Midnight. Patricia said, I do not. My nephew said that I don't know, I'd put a picture once up on Facebook and he said, oh my gosh, you look like Katie Seagal from not the Sons of Anarchy, but the other one, like the sitcom. Oh gosh, which one was it? I can't even think about it now. I don't know. I didn't ever watch it. I was like, okay. Everybody looks like someone, I think. Yeah. Oh, he's laughing. Midnight Gardener. Patricia said no. So that's that. We're the silly people right now, huh?
Lev, have you got anything else to add to this conversation that we were having?
No, I don't think so. A little look.
Check your notes.
Where is it on?
Well, Karen, I have a question. I mean, if he doesn't have anything, so how is it coming along with the people for people? While he's thinking about his thing.
Well, what it is that obviously, like you hear on the Hangout, the name is bought, and then Thrive realised that it had a double letter in it. He didn't see that because we were doing it all on the Hangout. So he bought another name, which was www.peopleforpeople.life, which I think was even better. And and basically it takes when he actually registered it for this website, it takes 72 hours for it to embed. Well, it's embedded now, and the launch page is up. But obviously now comes the bit where we've got to start putting, or he's got to start putting content on it. So that's the next part, is the content, and so that people can join up to something, and a statement, these kind of things have to start, because this is starting completely from scratch.
Right.
So again, it's not going to be looking like YouTube tomorrow or Facebook or that kind of thing, but this is being built from the beginning, and hopefully a different way for us, the people. So the landing page is up, and some content's got to start going on there, so it's got to be thought out a little bit, hasn't it? But I've asked Rich to come back and talk about it, so hopefully that will happen later this week.
So is he going to be is he going to help create, like, do like who you have someone who's in charge? Like, is there someone in charge of the content? I mean, I don't know. I've never seen a website kind of develop like
I
that.
suppose it kind of puts him in charge, doesn't it? Really, he's bought the web page. He's sorting out the website. Sorry, he's bought the name, and then he's sorting out the web pages. But this is for the people, and then we're all gonna help him.
So, but like someone behind the scenes that really knows a lot about computers and websites and all, they'll kind of get it set up.
Yeah, that's
Right.
why it's bought, the landing page is there, but now the next bit has to be done, and that isn't going to just happen tomorrow, is it? But people can see it's there now and it's started. So that's a good thing as far as I can see. He only came on to have a chat with us. By the end of the evening, he'd started another project.
Yeah, that was pretty beautiful. I loved your video. I loved it.
Yeah, for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Sure
hopefully
did.
people will also obviously add to it then, won't they, with posts and so forth. Making your community. I think that's the bit I'd love to see working from that, is that you build your own community.
Right.
You help each other. It's not for everybody. We can start. Because I know that Lev would, like you just said, the governments, the army, all these things are wrong. But it's a start, isn't it?
This is true.
Well, this other bit hasn't happened.
Lev, do you have a family? Have you started your family yet? Like, are you having? You seem young. You sound young.
37. No, I haven't got a family. No.
Right.
I will for quite a long time. And that kind of put everything on the back burner, kind of thing. In a way. I focused on getting better. That's what I've been doing over the years. Last 10 years. I'm better now. I mean, I'm working and all that kind of stuff. So
good.
Good. See where it goes.
Yeah. How's that saying go? If at first it doesn't succeed, try, and try again.
Yeah.
That's the story of my life, that one.
Yeah. Try again. Yeah. Well, they say, if you stop dreaming and you stop trying and you stop committing to things like work, or even no matter what you call your work, but still, then you'll just sit there and just die. I mean, you will basically die while you're still alive, right?
Yeah. I think you've got to be active and stuff, haven't you? You've got to have some sort of drive, some purpose in life.
Yes, purpose and passion.
Yeah, that's like if I say, like, for a world with no currency, I'd love to be part of a community. So if something's wrong in town, or it's just a large delivery somewhere, you know what I mean? I don't know. You visualize in different ways and stuff like it. It depends how you like and stuff like that.
Lev, where did you say you were from again? Is it
Yorkshire, West Yorkshire? Oh no, Leeds.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping to move back to Leeds. So there's you, me, there's Luke Marshall that's in the chat room, and someone else I've not seen. I don't even know if it's a man or a woman, to be honest. Arita or something. He lives or she lives in Wakefield. So there's 4 of us. I'm sure between us we could start something.
Yes.
Obviously to meet up first, get to know one another, and then we could start building the community in Leeds.
Yeah.
Find other people like-minded, and there you go.
That's awesome.
Well,
How
go,
far
Patricia.
apart? Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's what I want. I want to start a community. I don't want to leave my home. I don't want to go climb a tree and live in a tree house or something. I want to live in my own home, but I want to be self-sufficient. And I think this is what puts a lot of people off. They feel that they have to move to a forest or a plot of land, and people just want to be I can't even say it.
Off-grid kind of.
Sustain themselves in their
Yes,
own home.
Yeah, self-sufficient. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what
But
people
with
have done, haven't they? You know what I mean? They've gone and lived on a boat, or you know what I mean, different way of the system and stuff, kind of thing, like. But it's the system of doing it themselves, because nobody else will wake up and stuff like that. But now loads of people have woke up, so I don't know.
I mean, I'd love to live on a boat. Sorry, Lev. But you know, you have to be realistic as well. You know, what can we do in our own homes to, you know, start it off? We might decide one day somebody has enough money to buy these RV things, you know, and we all travel and do stuff. I mean, who knows, one day, you know, but we've got to start small but think big. Hopefully it'll work. Well, it will work if you're willing to do it.
We're teaching Wing Chun.
I love that idea. Huh. So go ahead.
We're teaching Wing Chun, but everything starts with the smallest of ideas, and an idea can build a city. You know what I mean? Wing Chun art form is kind of its idea and stuff, kind of thing of its own. But it kind of teaches that expression, so that like everything you do in life, you see it as an idea. You know what I mean? Every object and whatever the thing is and stuff, kind of thing. It's quite good, actually. You know what I mean? There's good documentaries on it and stuff. But that's what I say, like, you know, like the idea of any positive idea, you know what I mean, once the idea is out there, it can only grow, you know.
Yeah,
Patricia, you need to write that idea down, because I think that's brilliant, because you know, time and distance, you know, and location, that's the thing that cuts most people off, you know, and the ability to actually get to one another, because flying is weird and expensive, and you know, but if you know, I was just envisioning that. I was like, wow, if someone had an RV, okay, you would basically start, you know, you would start on the route, pick up the first person, then go and then pick up the second person, and before you know it, you've got a little small group, okay, and who knows, that small group could meet up with another group from, you know, that they all got together. Yeah, I love that idea. 3 or 4.
So we basically become like tribes, won't we? But not in a agenda of killing other people, obviously. But you know, just meeting. I don't know if you've ever watched a program called Survivors, and it was about basically there was a virus or something, and it killed a load of people and blah blah blah. And it was just the ones that were left that had to fend for themselves. There was no electricity. There was no, you know,
right.
They had to fend for themselves, and this is what we need to get back to.
Right,
but
and too, like you just said, wait. Don't wait. Yeah, don't wait till we don't have electricity. Yes, I love.
You know, do it now. What's wrong with doing it now? We'll never really. This generation, my generation, I mean, probably won't be able to do much about changing the way things are. But the more people we get on board, the more likely it is it will happen.
Yep. Make sure you bring in some young, groom the younger people. Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I definitely need young people, because I'm quite old and I'm disabled, so I'm struggling with things that other people take for granted. And, you know, it's like, I need people that are willing to do a bit of gardening, you know, to grow food. I can't do the labour, but I've got the ideas, and I do have something to give, you know.
Yes.
What that is at the minute, I don't know. It depends on, you know what I mean, like what other people, you know, like bartering.
Yes.
Why can't we bring bartering back? Like,
we
you
can.
know, I'll cook you a meal. I'll
Yes.
cook you a meal if you provide the food, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
We only need the basics, don't we?
Right.
We only need,
Right.
you know, and I'm sure we can do that. But it has to start small and build and build and build.
Yeah.
Because
Karen,
majority of people,
sorry.
sorry,
No. Keep going.
the majority of people are nice to one another.
I agree. And most people do. I think most people, when given the opportunity, they like to help other people. Um, and don't always expect something in return. But, you know, if it's already understood, you know, like I need help with this, you need help with that. It kind of brings me back to a video, Karen. I don't know if you had a chance to watch it, but it's basically what she's talking about. You sit that TEDx video, the lady that gave the talk about isolation. Karen. Oh well, I'll just tell you guys. But um, go ahead.
Couldn't get my microphone off. I'm listening. I'm not sure if I've seen that. Was it one that you sent me?
It was the lady that she was living in New York, and she somehow found herself, you know, trying to raise her kids on her own, and she worked at one job or something, and then someone said that it'd be good for you to go to sit at this meeting, and it was basically a meeting for people that were kind of like disgruntled. They were unhappy about things, and they would go there and vent and whatnot. Just a talk group, I guess. And then somehow or another, she got put in charge of it. And before you know it, they had changed the group to um, like like what do you need? Because basically the whole premise is you don't really, people don't know automatically what you need, and if you make it known what you need, that someone is going to know someone who might even know someone, if it's not the actual first person, you know, that knows that knows it, that knows how to help you get what you need, or they will help you get what you need. And whether it be you know, to fulfill a lifelong dream, you know, it was like, what do you want, what do you need? And until you verbalize it, um, just like what she just said, you know, you said that you could use some help, Patricia. Well, until someone knows that, and knows that you would actually welcome the help, you know, they may not know to help you. I'm just using that as an example, you know, but they've solved all kind of odd, weird problems. I'm trying to think what the lady's name was. But basically a lot of it was stemming from people were isolated, and it said isolation is the dream killers, not not passion or not something else. But yeah, I'll have to I'll find it and I'll post the link. It's so good. And I mean, if communities could just start something like that, it's very much on the same premise of people for people. Yeah, it was really cool. Huh. Hold on here. Patricia, do you have family nearby?
No,
I've always wondered. Oh, you don't? Okay. Wow.
I only have one person that I see on a regular basis because she comes and
Right.
cleans for me. And my family all live sort of between Doncaster and Rotherham. And my main family, you know, my sister and my brother and that, live in Leeds. That's why I want to move back there so I can be close to my family.
Right.
You know, I've got friends in Scunthorpe, but, you know, I ask for help and they just ignore me. So I think, stuff them. I'm going to move where I need to be, and I need to be in Leeds. So.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I know it's not the best place to live, but
right.
I was brought up there, so I don't really care. It's no worse than Scunthorpe, to be honest.
Right. I'm gonna find that. I'm gonna find that link because what this lady was talking about. It's really it's wonderful. Like
It's true though, isn't it? You know, if you don't have, it's like anything. If you don't have the opportunity to find out what people actually need, it's not about what we think they need. It's about what they actually need.
right.
And we have to work that. We can't just say, we can't assume, oh, you know, that person, oh, they need a hat, when really they need a pair of gloves.
Right.
You know, we need to find out, we need to communicate and find out what people actually need. And you'll find that most people, when they take away the globe world and the wants and the commercialism, the consumerism, I mean,
Right.
we all want the basic things, don't we? We want to be loved, we want food, we want clothes, and we want to be safe. We all
Right.
basically have the same needs.
Yep. I agree. Yeah, that and also I think it's vitally important. Like as for me, like I can't just want love. I very much want to give out love. Like I'll burst at the seams. You know, everybody will. Yeah, that's why I love my grandbaby so much.
Aww. It's just some beautiful talk here, guys. It's lovely.
Oh, it's true though. It's meaningful. It really is. That's why I love here. I love it here at the Sun and Moon. We could talk flat Earth, but there's also we talk a lot about just real life. I would call it real life shit.
Well, we used
Yeah,
to talk a bit more about the shape and everything, but we've kind of decided that we thought, well, we could argue about that for the rest, but we do have people who roughly know what they think it is.
Mm-hmm.
But where's the bit about the people? We need to be doing stuff with the people. It's the people, isn't it? Without the people, there's nothing.
Right. Exactly. I mean, and just think about this. What if I was the only person that I knew of that believed the earth was flat, okay? Like I would be, in other words, that would be so lonely because you would not have anyone to share your thoughts and your ideas with. I mean, so just the fact that Flat Earth has opened up all of this for me and to me, I'm very grateful. Like I said, it was very itchy, scratchy, and I'm still new. I mean, I'm 4 months, but I don't, like you said, I don't have to talk about the maps, and I don't have to talk about the crepuscular rays or whatever, you know. I don't even know if I said the word right, but in other words,
Crepuscular.
how you say that?
Crepuscular.
Crepuscular. Okay. Yeah, that was
too
something.
too late on the night to say words like that. Sorry.
I probably said it wrong. Someone will probably say I've said it wrong. But anyway.
Yeah, crepuscular. That sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right. I know this much. The mosquitoes are getting kind of fierce, and I have to take this little dog for a walk, and I just don't. I don't know if it's gonna.
Well,
what am I trying?
we did say when we came on that we weren't going to have the longest of hangouts tonight. Okay. We've kind of been going for getting on for 2.5 hours. We can end this hangout now. That's okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can go and take your dog for a walk and don't feel pressured. Right. Does anybody else want to say anything before Lesia goes and we say good night, good morning?
I remember what I was saying before when it cut out and stuff. I was talking about when the French don't like what the government does. They put like the tractors and trailers and stuff all over the motorways and stuff to kind of like put the country to a shutdown and stuff like that kind of thing. I don't know. It's a good idea and stuff like that. It's like other people have said, like, you know, if everybody stopped working for a day, the government would be so like, oh no, what do we do and stuff, and I think they panic, you know what I mean, stuff. So
we don't really need tractors and stuff. We just need a load of snow. Everything.
That's everything. for 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed lots of shelves in supermarkets haven't got any milk, and you're like,
Yeah.
it's a good job I stock up on stuff so that I can go at least maybe a bit more than a week without having to worry too much. You know, I always have loads of sugar, milk, tea bags, coffee, you know, the essentials. If there's no electricity, then I'd probably starve, but that's another issue, isn't it?
I noticed that all the milk cleared out, like milk and bread, no milk and bread. Just one day of snow, no milk and bread.
Not been one day of snow though, has it? It's been a week because
Oh right, not down here it hasn't. Yeah, okay. You had it worse than us.
Why is that? Because the trucks can't get there?
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
Oh, okay. I see. Wow.
And I won't mind it. It's not like it was 3 foot, 4 foot high. It was only, I'd say about at the highest, maybe 4 inches. But it turns into ice, doesn't it? And it's the ice when it's on underneath snow. That's what makes it dangerous.
Gotcha.
I think in America it's mainly snow. I know you don't get ice and that, but it's more snow. Where it's just, I don't know. Yeah, it just comes to a standstill, Britain. You know, with a bit of snow. You know, and it's not like they don't know about these things. We've been having snow for years.
Really?
You'd think they'd be a bit more prepared, wouldn't you? Do you know, it's a bit stupid, really.
Right.
They never put gritters out anymore. They'll put them out after it's snowed. And you think, well, surely they must check the weather. They could do it beforehand. You know, it's just stupid. It's like they want it to happen.
Yeah, in other words, no need to get caught by surprise. You know it's going to happen.
Yeah. I didn't see that coming. Yeah, but you've been warned for about a week beforehand. You know, it's stupid.
And it did it last year. Y'all remember? Yeah. It's going to happen. Yep.
I mean, we had the beast from the east, didn't we? Like,
It's funny. Well, I'm.
And just so everybody knows, you see, Patricia does talk, doesn't she?
I'll shut up now, shall I?
No, it's nice that you're talking, actually, Patricia.
Yes, I love her accent.
Lisa does this to me. She brings out the inner woman, the inner child.
Oh, how lovely. That's cool. I'm all about the women.
And Karen as well. She always brings that out in me as well. And well, everyone actually. I can't really single just 2 people out. Everyone eventually brings it out of me. So I appreciate this group. I love this group, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we love you,
people. Fantastic people. I don't know what I'd be doing if I weren't on this group. You know, I'd probably be sat there knitting, and I can't knit for toffee, so I'd basically be just wrapping wool around my fingers or something.
Yeah, it was meant to be. Everything was meant to be. Yep.
Occasionally, though, Patricia would like to say things, but everybody's talking, and just when she thinks she could get her word in, we'd probably change the subject. So she never says anything. Do you, Patricia? You can't get a word in edgeways.
No, I can't.
Well, I've noticed what I didn't call them out on it, but I noticed like the other day, like at Poncho's, when someone wants to talk and they think they can't get an word in edgewise, they get real loud like this, like, you know. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna be quiet. They're trying to talk, you know.
Yeah, I've had to
Yeah.
do that a few times. It feels weird because you go, I want to talk, I want to talk. Can I just say something? And you're like, where did that come from?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease. Everybody,
Yeah.
I know what that means, right?
Yeah,
No,
but
I
you
don't
don't.
either.
You're
And you
someone who
definitely don't sound like Marge Simpson.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look into that. Definitely. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
Patricia's also a person who doesn't mind listening as well, do you, Patricia?
I don't have much choice, really. No, I do. I do like to listen and take note. Yeah. And have a conversation with myself of what I should have said when that person said something. So I'm like, oh, I should have said this, and I would. Anyway, that's another personal, private thing. But yeah.
I love it. I love it. Love it.
Anyway,
love it.
without like sounding like pointing things out, like Lev is quite a new person to the panel, and I think the first hangout he's probably like, because it's not for everybody hangouts and putting yourself out in the public, but Lev's come out of himself now, haven't you, Lev?
Yeah. I'm quite happy now, relaxed, and I mean, you feel more connected then, don't you?
Good.
I'm enjoying it.
Good.
Yeah. So he's a sort of newie still, aren't you, to hangouts? That is, not to Flat Earth, but
Yeah. I've been to Flat Earth for a year now.
it's quite a shy person, really, aren't you, Lev? Well, you were. You're getting more outer now.
Yeah.
Having a
What did you say? He's what? He's what now?
getting more outer and having a voice. And I mean, he wanted to bring some stuff up today on the hangout, which he talked about was having a better world.
Yes.
It's been really great. I
Yes.
was going to. Sorry, go, Lisa. You want to say something else?
No, well, I was just going to say to Lev that, to me, my advice would be, especially since that you've been in Flat Earth for a while, and that there's some things that you want to talk about. So yeah, so we touched on it, but we have to keep talking about it. Bring it up again next time, because then we might come up with a different idea or a different. Like I can tell that you really want to. You want change. You want to be, either affect the change or be part of the change, or you need to want to change.
You got to push it. You got everybody's got to have that need for it to happen. It can't just be one person and stuff like that. Like I said, people used to live off the grid, but we just need to change the grid,
right?
So it's more hospitable to people.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, just now, this is what I saw. You said what you said. Patricia said what she said to you. She told you about leads and whatnot. Then I'm reading in chat that Luke says that sounds awesome. So, you might have just planted a little seed for a little small Flat Earth meetup, and who knows? In a real good world, I mean, Patricia may get some help in a move. I mean, it's beautiful. I've got chilly bumps on my legs just thinking about it. Yeah.
Oh, Patricia will love it.
Yeah.
Well, me and Luke had already arranged to meet up at some point once I'd moved to Leeds. And then there was this other person. And then Lev joining the panel. I thought, oh, that's 4 of us.
Wow.
Now there's another person. Cows, cats or something. So that's 5. If this other one turns up. So from small acorns, the oak tree grows.
Yes.
It's all positive in my eyes.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Well, hey.
Watch out, Leeds. Here we come.
Patricia's going to be on the loose.
I never asked you, Lev, if that were okay with you.
No, I'm up for it. I want to. Yeah.
I can be a bit bossy sometimes.
Yeah. Be careful what you wish for.
Whether you want to or not.
You can lead the group.
What? Calling me oldest? Probably because I am. I'll bit lead.
Not oldest, you're wisest.
I don't know about that.
More life
Maturity
experience.
and wisdom don't come with age.
Yeah, true. This is true.
Not in my eyes, anyway.
Right.
I've just bought some plates, so more than just one for one person like me. I've got a set of 6, so I can have up to 6 people in my flat.
Oh,
I'm just thinking ahead.
nice.
So
Sounds like a dinner
I
party.
can provide them.
Patricia.
That's awesome.
Well, I won't go that far, but yeah, I can cater for more than just myself now, basically.
I don't know. If you bought more than one plate, you've got 6 places. That means you're gonna have 6 people over for sure.
Yeah. I've got to now. I've got to use them, haven't I? I've just bought them. You know what I mean? I can't have them sitting in cupboard.
Right.
I've got to use them now. So don't let me down, guys.
No. Oh,
No pressure. No pressure.
Beautiful. Oh. What about you, Karen? You okay? Everything's good? What do you have in closing?
Well, it's great to hear positive talk today, because there just seems to be so much worry out there. Some people coming there and saying everything's gearing up and there's all this, and you think, oh, but it's just so nice to hear positive talk. It's just not enough positive. We're not talking positively, and we've just got to somehow go forward with ideas. There's Thrives and us and people4people.life. There's Aaron's project looming. There's us having our hangouts. There's Patricia having her meetups and dinner parties. It's all going good, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
It maybe isn't going as fast as people wanted, but just go back 2 years or something and then think how much it's actually moved forward. Like as a what do you want to call it? Because that's not, people don't like saying movement, do they? Whatever it is, whatever this consciousness thing is, we just got to hope that more and more people join. Wake up, everybody, please. Hurry up and wake up. Or somehow we move forward.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing it.
That's right.
I call it. I call it getting back.
Go ahead.
I call it getting back to basics.
Yes.
Like people coming together.
Yeah. What we need, really. Without all that ego problem or all that stupid stuff.
Yeah.
For a change.
Decide what's important and what's not,
Yeah.
And not everything is going to be so unimportant to someone else or important to someone else. And you know what? That's okay. If it's important to me, then I should do something about it, or yeah. Yep.
Learning to find other ways in this sort of what is it? I'm sorry, we're kind of an experiment in an open air prison. That's the horrible side of looking. We've got to change all that, and somehow I don't know how we quite do it all yet, but without the start of things, without things like this webpage, which Thrive is getting together, people4people.life, those kind of things, we've got to go forward somehow. Because it's not like we can go and get NASA's help, is it?
Nope.
We need, some bigger people to sort of come our way now. Maybe the companies or something like NASA. We need some help maybe from bigger people. It's just not happening, is it?
Nope.
So, we're doing good. We're doing good, everybody.
Yeah.
But without sounding a party pooper, I've got a really long day in a few hours' time, and I just hope everybody doesn't mind if I end the hangout. But it's been a real pleasure. I'd like to say thank you to Jay, and thank you to Astral, and thank you to Levkungfu, and thank you to the ladies, Patricia and Lesia. Thank you so much, and to everybody in the chat room. Tomorrow we've got the beer guy's friend coming on. He set up his own trust fund, and this is to do with law of the land and getting away from it and doing things differently. So that'll be an interesting hangout tomorrow, which will be 8 o'clock UK time. Again, stepping out of the globe world again. But yeah, thank you to everybody in the chat room. Thank you to Astral's Drawing and Lev's New and Better World. And thank you from us, and we will see you tomorrow. Today.
Love
no,
you.
it's always today, isn't it? Today. Oh, I love you too, Lisa.
Yes,
Lev,
absolutely.
Patricia.
Yeah, I love you.
Mwah,
Love
to
you
everybody.
all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love everybody. Mwah. Kisses.
Yeah. Mwah, to
Yeah.
everyone.
Yep.
Anyway,
Have a good night.
bye from us from now. For now. Bye-bye, darlings.
Till tomorrow.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Lisa. Love you.
Bye. Yes.